Welcome everyone. This is Michael Ramon Ricardo, and the subject I want to speak on today would be about our intentions. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change that subject to our good intentions versus our negative action, positive action, or just our unknown action. So, the subject is our good intentions versus our unknown actions. A lot of times we take action with really good intentions, something that's supposed to take place, and for some reason, the things that we really want to do, for some reason, sometimes we don't do those things. But the things that we don't want to do, we do those. So sometimes our intentions could be good, and we may have the intentions to make things work out right, or we might look at things and say, you know what, my intention was really to do that, but it actually backfired. And then sometimes that backfire could be a setup. That little setback could be a setup for your success, or it could be a setup for your actual journey that you need to go on. So sometimes we may have things that we didn't plan on doing, or actions that we didn't plan on having to happen. And those actions might come out wrong. Those things that you might do might come out wrong. And if you look, for example, in the book of Romans, chapter 7, starting at verse 15, where Paul is speaking about the things that he wants to do, for some reason he just doesn't do them. But yet the things that he doesn't want to do, he does those. Sometimes you're like, man, you know what? I know I need to get some sleep, but I gotta take care of this. I know I need to get some sleep, but I gotta take care of that. I know I need to get some sleep, and you're, in the back of your mind, you're saying you gotta get some sleep, and yet you're not doing it. The thing that you want to do, you just don't do. But for some reason, you're doing the things that you don't want to do. And then for those who say, you know what, I know I gotta take care of that, but I'm so tired. I gotta take care of this, but I'm so tired. I gotta take care of that, but I'm so tired. And that's another action. You don't want to really lay down for all day. And you know there's this and that to take care of, but for some reason, your body just wants to lay. And those are actions where you just have counteractions. You have the intention to get a lot of stuff done, but for some reason you just don't get it done. And then you might have that intention where you know that you've done a lot, but you're just trying to find things to do. Everything's already done, but now you're just trying to find things to do. And now you're taking action you don't really need to do or need to take. But then there's these intentions of doing the right thing. And yet you are in the wrong environment, and you're in an environment, just for example, you're in an environment of gossip. And you are trying not to be that person who gossip along with those people who are gossiping as well. But because of the environment, the thing that you don't want to do, you end up doing, which is gossip. The thing you really want to do is get away from the environment. But there are people who are encouraging you and making you feel up to do the gossip. So there are a lot of different things. The negative setbacks that come from, things that you intend to do that are good, but for some reason you do that are wrong. But know that God will ultimately change those things that were meant for bad on you and turn those things into good. So a lot of times we may look at our intentions and say, man, I wish I didn't do this. Man, I wish I did do that. But you don't do those things. And now you feel down about it, and you wonder about, why did I do? Or why didn't I do? Why didn't I tell that person that there was a spill in that area? Or why did I tell that person, about their shirt being on backwards, or this and that? Or why didn't I? Certain things that come to the back of your mind, and you say, you know what, I should have done this. I should have told that person this, and I shouldn't have told that person that. Or something about one problem here that you shouldn't have done, something that you've done, and then things that you could have done. Oh man, I could have helped that person out. I could have gave him a hand. Oh man, you know what, I could have gave him that dollar. I had enough money to do that. Things of that sort. But know that even though you had those good intentions, if you just go to God and say, you know what, even though in my heart you knew that I really didn't want to do the bad thing, or you knew that I didn't really want to do a thing that seemed harsh on somebody, but I ended up doing that. So sometimes our intentions could seem like, really, really good intentions. Wanting to tell somebody something great, but instead, whatever you told that person made them think back about something bad. Sometimes your words you can't control. Certain things that may happen to a certain extent you could control, but other things you can't control. How a person feels when you speak to them about something, you can't control their feelings, but you could control how your actions come out. Yes. And how you go about speaking. Yes. But just know within the good intentions, however the end result is, you can have a positive reaction to it or a negative reaction to it. And what counts is that reaction. Because you know that God will win in the end of the whole situation once you allow that situation to be handed to Him. So definitely refer back to the book of Romans chapter 7 starting at verse 15, how Paul was speaking about the things that he does and doesn't want to do. And so kind of align that with your life and see, okay, this is how Paul aligns with me. This is what I'm going through. This is my situation. And now I can give this all to God and allow Him to take it. Allow Jesus Christ to take this burden and this yoke. So I want to end with that. Again, my name is Michael Ramon Ricardo. Know that God loves you and that I love you. You take care and God bless.